we must defend our spaceport.
Vote for Federation law. We're voting no. I don't want to give up more of my naval capacity. And we are currently building... This one's being built up. Where else are we building up? There's nothing I can really do about all this, but... Contributions improved to medium. You're eating my naval capacity. Build a hyper relay. Oh. Build hyper relay there. Build hyper relay there. That naval capacity penalty that my Federation just threw onto us is a massive bummer. So now we've got multiple wars, essentially. But I actually have to deal with this crisis. Listening post. Vote for Federation law. Vote to change the president decides to vote. The League voted to change the presidential decides war declaration. Oy, what's going on with this Federation?
Agenda available.
Drusus Wolf needs to be a better advisor. Astral actions get us more physics. Ooh, the Sentinels. Cool. Colonize with a Phoenician ship. Auto-designate. Nothing special at this planet. Engage.
Hostile fleet sighted.
We're at the point where I'm going to be focusing mostly...
Hostile fleet
You know what? I'm going to read this one. We have arrived on a planet battered by fierce, high-velocity winds. The surface is nearly bare, with its cliffs and boulders weathered smooth by the elements. The skies above are dark with thunderous clouds and plumes of bright gases erupt violently as lightning strikes the ground around us. We should soon seek shelter from the gathering storm. Meteorological sensors indicate gentler air currents in the higher stratosphere where we could avoid the dangerous electrical discharges. Alternatively, there's a large cavern nearby that could provide refuge. I'd like to rise above the storm if possible.
colonization initiated.
Alright, where's our new military fleet? Science Officer Lucia Virginia has gone missing. She was last seen leaving the camp at sunset to find a tranquil spot to consider the Sentinels. In the days leading up to her disappearance, she raised concerns about the safety at camp following a growing number of accidents with fears she may have abandoned her mission in protest. Slewed. You are our greatest archaeologist. Been with us since the beginning of the Empire. I need you to handle this. Something has gotten into the archaeologists. The excavation thus far has been impeded by freak accidents, injury, and misfortune, and now even senior researchers with decades of field experience are blaming the Sentinels. Overcome with superstition and paranoia, they claim the statues move about when no one is watching. Yet, there is nothing to suggest their jointless limbs are even capable of motion. Matters spun further out of control when traces of biomatter, indicative of heavy bleeding, was found lodged within a series of tiny cuts in the terminal portions of a sentinel. Whether the sentinels are just a convenient scapegoat, or there's a more sinister explanation remains to be seen. Alright, Slewed, you got this. Also, we need somebody new to run. We're at 7. Currently the head of research. How about the Stalk of Burgundy? See where they go from there. Reverse engineer technology. Ooh. And weak point analyses should be able to help deal with the Praetorian Scourge. They don't have shields.
Technology researched.
Subspace sensors. What else is fast so that I can get FTL inhibitors? It's about time we finally get those. A divine sovereign. The immortal entity known as Nona Wolf, previously Phyrexian, but now something far more, has attracted a large and devout following in the shards of the Crystal Empire, worshipped by many as the supreme deity. A call has gone out to officially crown the Oracle as the permanent ruler of our great empire, now and into perpetuity. Fanatic authoritarian spiritualist. More monthly influence. More worker poppin'. I would lose pacifist. So we would gain more of a penalty here, but that's really not the end of the world. And stability doesn't matter at all. May her reign stretch into infinity and beyond. We are now the divine sovereign. Head of research. Minister of Defense. Job efficiency for sonic pops from telepaths. Could be anybody. Elites pop resource output, or infiltration speed is improved, but I really don't need that. And I don't really have a lot of priests. Right? I really don't have that many priests. Minister of Defense, Council Agenda Speed. Oh, the Divine Conduit would be way more appropriate as you. Lord Steward. Lord Steward should be Vaz the Gilded, right? No, Druis Wolf. In Kaisha, so we get those extra envoys by a lot. This honestly is probably the best council I can get right now. Yeah, that'll be fine. But do I have any other better leaders, scientists? I don't. So we don't have an amazing scientist to lead our empire, unfortunately. So what we have here is what we're going to have to stick with. Alright, I want to see if they're about to turn around. They are not.
Engaging hostile station.
Alright, so they are sending their own swarms. Luckily... Oh, we have unspent civic points. Monthly unity is improved. Reform government. The heck? We now have the Imperium Vitalis. No upkeep. What was the last one? It was Vaults of Knowledge, right? No, it was not Vaults of Knowledge. Did it go away and is no longer available? What did I have right before? None of those. Well, we're keeping a crystal aristocratic elite and dimensional worship. We're not getting priests. Tradition cost from... I don't care about that. I could go with Ascensionists. Colony Ascension effects plus 25%, and their cost is reduced. Not terrible, since I'm about to be trying to ascend all of my planets. Crusader Spirit. Ship weapon damage, ship build speed. Ship fired rate is improved. Death Cult, no. Diplomatic Corps. Maybe. Entropy Drinkers. Resources from jobs. Oh, right. Turn my guys into vampires. Nope, we're not doing that. We don't need it. Feudal Society. Functional Architecture. Genetic Identification. Don't need that. Heroic Pass. More capacity for all of those. Hyperspace. Imperial Cult. For more Edict funding. It's okay, but I don't need that. Masterful Crafters. Nope. Memorialists. Death Chroniclers. Merchant Guilds. Produce more trade per traders. That also improves my energy production. Not terrible. Mutagenic Spas, I don't think we need that. Philosopher King, effective ruler level. Pleasure Seekers, it's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for hedonists. That's not what our empire is built around. Police State. Reanimators, nope, we're not doing that. As funny as that would be to just suddenly go, haha, we now have necromancers in our empire. Vaults of Knowledge. Vaults of Knowledge. Unity, increased leader experience gain based on destiny traits acquired. I think... Ascensionists. Alright, let's do this again. Head of Research. Ministry of Defense. Job Efficiency. Elite Pop. And in this case, I think just Monthly Unity. That actually is just going to be better. Right. You could be that. Head of Research. Gonna be that. Minister of Defense. Gonna be you. Lord Steward. Gonna be you. Kaisha. can be you. Alright. There we go. So we now have our government rebuilt. And we have Nona Wolf, the Grand Oracle.
Construction complete.
Alrighty. Regard Kurt Yalim has leveled up. He is a scholar to explore space really fast. Sublight speed improved. We'll make him an even faster Rift Walker. How did that go? We lost one ship. Good. So that went very well. It is time for us to head back. Please hurry up. I don't want to test. Should we test a 2v1 fight? I mean, I think we're about to have... Yeah, that's not good at all. We just need more time. How far are you? 60%. The more time I can buy myself, the better. Let's see if we can research these and figure out if they can see invisible stuff or not. With a low-level ruler, at least. Alrighty. Do I just make another anchorage? I don't think so. I think we just work on more trade hubs. Off-world trading company upgrade. Same thing with you. Trade hubs, off-world trading company, upgrade. Because even with the penalty, it's not the end of the world. We're still doing fine. Alright, we have more specifically being built for that. So, let us go ahead and send more backup there immediately. Building the hyper relays.
Engaging hostile fleet.
All right. And so it begins. The battle against the Praetorian Scourge. Oh, they are being obliterated. Big Game Hunter. Unfortunately, I don't think the person that had this named after them is here. But what fleet are you in charge of, Big Game Hunter? You are in charge of the larger one. Artillerist? Nah, Wrecker. Oh, gosh. We have 750,000 fleet power heading straight towards us. Alright, let's take out another one. But also, we need to reinforce all fleets. The outpost has been rebuilt. How much longer? Yes, we caught them. Also, I'm pretty certain all this is leading up to more points. Crisis ships killed, yeah, 340. So this does lead up to more points at the end of the game. Yes. All right. Ship's computer. And I'm pretty certain this actually just gave me all the time I needed in order to actually defend against all this. Or at least... yeah. So that way we can at least mount a proper defense. That planet... really rather not lose them.